Charles Kingsley. Charles Kingsley was a British Anglican clergyman and writer known for his diverse literary works. His writings encompass social problem novels, historical romances, and children's literature. He began his writing career with the novel Yeast, published in 1848, which was initially published in Fraser's Magazine and later as a book in 1851. The story focuses on the complex relationships between the landed gentry and the rural poor. His second novel, Alton Locke, is an impactful narrative of a tailor poet who rebels against the harsh conditions of sweated labor and becomes a leader in the Chartist movement. Charles Kingsley then shifted his attention to writing popular historical novels. Hypatia is set in early Christian Egypt and is known for its erotic themes. Westward Ho takes place during the Elizabethan period and carries an imperialist and anti-Roman Catholic theme. Here Ward the Wake delves into Anglo-Saxon England and the Norman conquest, again reflecting an anti-Catholic perspective. Kingsley was deeply concerned about the movement towards Roman Catholicism within the church, which led to a notable controversy with John Henry Newman. This conflict prompted Newman to write his famous work Apologia Pro Vita Sua, in which he detailed his religious development. Kingsley's literary contributions were not limited to novels. He also penned the didactic children's fantasy The Water Babies, a story that combined his interest in sanitary reform, natural history, and the theory of evolution. In addition to prose, Kingsley was an accomplished poet known for his memorable ballads such as Airlie Beacon, The Sands of Dee, and Young and Old. He held significant positions in society, serving as chaplain to Queen Victoria, a professor of modern history at Cambridge, and a canon of Westminster. Notably, his brother Henry Kingsley was also a novelist, and his niece Mary Henrietta Kingsley gained recognition as a travel writer and adventurer. Alton Locke. Alton Locke is an 1850 novel by Charles Kingsley, and it was written in support of the Chartist movement. The novel incorporates the character of Thomas Carlyle, a notable figure of the time. Alton Locke tells the story of a young tailor boy who possesses aspirations and ideals beyond the conventional expectations of his working class background. Despite his physical frailty, Alton Locke harbors intense patriotism and dreams of becoming a poet. He is filled with a sense of injustice and frustration regarding the plight of the working class, and these feelings lead him to join the Chartist movement as a means of bringing about change. However, he becomes disheartened as the movement appears to falter and ultimately fails. Crushed in spirit, Alton Locke embarks on a journey to the US in search of a new life. Tragically, he barely reaches the American shore before his untimely death. Westward Ho. Westward Ho is an 1855 historical novel written by Charles Kingsley. This adventurous tale is based on the experiences of Elizabethan privateer Amyas Preston, known as Amyas Leigh in the novel. Amyas sets sail with famous figures like Francis Drake and Walter Raleigh on expeditions to the New World, where they engage in conflicts with the Spanish. Set in Bideford, North Devon, during the reign of Elizabeth I, Westward Ho follows the adventures of Amyas Leigh, also known as Amyas Preston. As a young man, Amyas displays unruliness and joins Francis Drake on seafaring expeditions. He falls in love with the local beauty Rose Saltern, who is admired by many. Much of the narrative revolves around the kidnapping of Rose by a Spanish adversary. Amyas' journeys take him to the Caribbean coasts of Venezuela in search of gold. During these ventures, he encounters his true love, the beautiful Indian maiden Ayacanora. However, a twist of fate brings misfortune to Amyas' life when he is struck by lightning at sea, resulting in blindness. He also loses his brother Frank Leigh and Rose Saltern, who are captured by the Spaniards and subsequently burnt at the stake by Inquisition.